Good morning, y'all. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. What it is? What's up? It's your boy. It's your girl. It's us. It's me. It's them. It's us. It's them. It's us and them.
He's lit. I'm not.
I mean, he woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Huh? I got a busy day today.
Good Lord.
All right, I gotta turn that camera a little bit.
Right now.
Turn that camera. Y'all pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. How you feeling this morning? Huh?
Oh, there was also a 23-year-old Steelers player that died this weekend too. I forgot. Put him on there. Well, we can do it tomorrow. Dwayne Hawkins.
Oh, y'all feeling good this morning? We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share. Share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, no, subscribe. Europe, there it is. There it is. Yeah, come on. Good. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wednesday, April 20th. Use clothes, free COVID test. Don't get that. You know, I gotta tap into the next level, and I just got to tap into it. Tap into it, 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 tap into it. Just a side note, smoothies will be making. They don't say they return. They never left, but I guess I'll get another push. I don't know. I guess at some point this month or next month. How y'all feeling this morning? Say a word. When you pull up, say what's up. What it is, folks. What's up? Oh, I've been thinking the camera be frozen, but it just be me looking. We got about 2 minutes, then we coming in.
Okay.
Nah, she playing hard to get by high five. Ooh, There's some tape. I'll put on this wire too.
She loves me.
She's playing hard to get. Nah. Do me ever like and share, y'all. It's your boy Big Frank Ray on Fire 716 Radio, man. In the city of Niagara Falls, but we broadcast across the world. Download the app ASAP. How y'all feeling this morning, huh? Bump. Yo, kiddo.
What you say, yo?
Como está, huh?
Lord. So you must have got some sleep.
Huh?
You must have got a little bit of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, sleep, rest. Yeah, I mean, I do the best I can.
Yeah, you got you.
Somebody tag Tyler Perry. Somebody tag Oprah. No, they might kick us off. You know, they've tagged me before, but you know, you can't tag everybody. But just in case they feel inspired. 37 seconds coming in. Hard to get.
It's not letting me tag in.
It might not, because they got restrictions on their tags. So that's fine.
Oh, I'm tagging Oprah though. Boom.
Come on, Brizzo. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. What is, what's up? That was hard. She's going hard to get by high five. It is 8 minutes past the top of the hour. It's going down this morning on a Monday. My girl Jay Cherie in the building. How you living?
She's in the building right now. Still waking up, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. You know, like you got to get you co-hosts that dare you to do stuff. So I legit did tag over on our Facebook.
You know, put Oprah what it is, Shorty.
We got a history, so you know she may remember me. But no, I'm good. I'm good. School is getting ready to wind down, which makes life even a whole lot better. And yeah, when I leave here, I'm going to sleep. So I'm excited.
You know, I got when I leave here, appointment, meeting, training, appointment, meeting. I'll be home about 6, 7 o'clock.
God bless you, Star.
But it's what it is. It's what it is. You know, I'm down for the grind. I'm down for the movement. I'm down for what it is.
I'm taking a Monday relax.
So for me, I felt like yesterday was just a transitional day for me for some reason. Can't really explain it in depth and detail like I really want to, but yesterday hit different for me. Not necessarily based off of anything. Because Elder Lane preached yesterday, which was good. Preach. But then I was downstairs fixing a situation. So in the word, but when I got home yesterday, I was just like, you know, it's a different. I'll say it like this: it's a different branding of self going forward for God's glory. It's just a different situation, and I'm gonna talk about the situation in a minute. You had to be in the room to know, but we'll talk about it. But listen, coming up next, you got Big Girl Chronicles. The weather right now is 30 degrees high today at 64. So listen, it's gonna be decent. It's gonna be all right. Wear your jacket, wear your coat, cause it's gonna be cold.
Because it's Buffalo.
Listen.
It's pneumonia.
You can mess around, mess yourself up. But listen, coming up, we got High Five. We got Ann Wilson, and we got Daniel Jones right here on Fire 716. We'll be back with Big Girl Chronicles. Don't go nowhere. Stay locked in and listen. Listen, don't forget about Pros and Pour going down every Thursday. I repeat, every Thursday. Pros and Pour Perfectional Mixture from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Food and drink specials. And also my dear friend Solar. We have her Solar live podcast taking place. That is at Janae Sequa, 1633 Hurl Avenue, Buffalo, New York. For more information, give them a call. 716-440-1065. It's going down right here with Big Frank in the morning. I need it right. Where my folder? Where that written? Never mind, it's right here. Got to make some adjustments. I just see the vehicle ride by, so they should be coming in here in a hot second.
Come on, worship.
It gotta go though. That's the crazy part.
Why?
It don't fit. It's good for Sunday, but it's not gonna work with my format throughout the week. But I realized that I got a few of those in here, like who is it? I got a lot of Maverick City music, but all their songs like 9, 10, 12 minutes long. Yeah. Number one. So I put that on the worship extended list for Sunday. You on the Sunday list, you know, tap in.
I ain't never seen that short Maverick song.
Listen.
Ever.
Listen.
They go hard.
Yeah, so and Wilson gotta go into a different category. That's what I gotta do one day. But yeah, man, this season has a different requirement for me. And all I can say is I accept. And if you know what that means, I accept. Yeah. And it's just what it is. And I said, okay, God. But for some reason, he's giving me unctions to start typing. And I'm like, Lord, now? Father.
Go on and type, sir. Go on and type.
I guess God is my professor in this season. There's assignments due. I say, God, are you serious? Yeah, okay.
I have resolved in my mind that this walk is just gonna be completely unpredictable. And every Pastor said it yesterday. Like, we have an idea of the journey, but it's the interruptions. But I just feel like this is the most unpredictable season of my life where I will see things like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna end up here, and it does not at all. And
for real.
Wait, what happened? Like, God, I thought we had a conversation. Like,
definitely, because you expect it to be a certain way. That's just reality of life. But then it don't be like. But she said something good. Focus on the purpose, not the interruption. Okay, but. In the text, you was talking, not to reproduce her message, you was talking real good. I should have been there on Sunday at 545 Main Street, New York, at 10 a.m. The fact that Jesus handled the distraction, but focused on handle. It kept moving. Not even about to worry about it. Miracle, but I know where I gotta go.
Right.
And that part is like, oh Lord, help me, Jesus, because I've been focused on distracted. I ain't gonna hold you, Lord.
Listen, because I was like, I really feel like, how in the movies where it's like to scratch the record, be like, now I know you're wondering, how did I get here? Like, this is how I feel like this last year has been, like, 2022, and it's only April. Like, it's just like, now I bet you're wondering how I got here. Like,
definitely for real.
I was just like, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here, and I'm gonna stay here until the next unpredictable moment happens. Because at this point, I ain't planning nothing.
Listen, at this point, it's really got what you say, but what it is, what's up? Because anything I try to do outside of what you said just is in the way.
The only thing I'm planning is get up and wash my tail every morning. Because like that's about it. Like right. Putting on clean clothes, eating at some point. Right. Like that's everything else is a dub. Everything else is literally a dub. Like the unpredictability is crazy. Yeah. And then like, people like, but this is more a qualifier for you. And I was like, I hope you do know I don't chase titles. Like I hope you know that.
Well, I was watching the Set Church that's not advertised on the station yesterday. And if you know the overflow service, and they were one individual was like, the time is now to be what you've been. And then and driving in today, I said to myself, if you had to be now, would you project yourself to be later on? Could you do it? Like if you legit had to be the person that you project yourself being in the future tomorrow, could you do it? Could you be
on what facet? Because I have many facets to that question. That's a loaded question.
But the question is, can you be it? If you project yourself to be, oh, I'm this in ministry, or I'm this in life, or I'm these things, and it called for you to be it tomorrow, could you do it?
Well, ministry, I'm kind of walking in it now. So the therapist aspect of it, I could. Mm-hmm. The business owner. It's still a question mark. Just because money don't make sense. But like ministry, I'm walking into that right now. I'm just
I hear ya. Come on in.
Yeah, like when God says like, get on live and pray. Get on live and pray. Like, hey, come on in, have a seat.
Come to the table for free.
Come on, sit at the table. But like,
my boy.
Come on, sir, with your hair. Hey, nephew.
Hey, family in the building now. Greetings, salutations.
Hey, But yeah, I'm kind of walking in, and that's really
right. I know.
It's bad timing to ask me that question right now.
Why is bad timing?
Because so he literally just asked the question. That is terrible. That's terrible. We gonna have to widen the angle on that.
Okay. Oh yeah, fine.
He said, who you projected yourself to be in the future, if you have to be it tomorrow, could you do that? And I said, as a therapist, I could see myself doing that. I was like, in ministry, I'm kind of walking in it right now, but I'm not fully there yet. And I was like, as far as me being obedient to God, like God tells me to go on live and pray and stuff like that. But walking into the next level of who I am, I'm currently walking in it now, but I'm not there. And as soon as he asked me that, you walked in. So
since I'm in here and you asked that question, then let me ask you. Honestly, do you think that is limiting your growth in your spiritual gain that God already set aside for you?
No, I think like the entirety of who I am is gonna take a lot more. And it's not to say that I'm not like applying what I need to take to do more.
Okay.
But I know once I graduate, I'll definitely have more time to be who I need to be. Because school, it sounds crazy. School is my blessed distraction right now. The school takes up everything. So it's like I can fully walk in who I am when I don't have the mandates of being in school every day. Because I'll have the time.
Okay.
But
I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to.
But as far as like walking into my next level, I do think I'm doing that now. I'm just not doing it at the fullest capacity because, like I said, I can't dedicate the time I want to, and that's what's cool.
But I will take that back and say you are walking in a fullest capacity for the season in the time frame that you're in. If you're not still giving all your best and your fullness and your spiritual for the small time frame that you have, whether it's like, okay, the most I can give right now because God is agreed to it, because He agreed to me going to school, so He knew that I would be, not as
we gotta get her in
all over the place. Oh, Lord. Over the place.
Oh, you just gonna change the angle.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happened is that then if you're not managing that fullness of time in that small portion, then that's where you will be falling off the rock.
Gotcha.
But my obvious encouragement is to make sure, if you said God said about you going to school, that this is a part of your growth and your elevation, your future.
Yeah.
Make sure the small portion He's allotting you to, that you give it the full part of you. Not no lazy, I get up at 3:00 and I pray and I go back to sleep. No, I'm in it. Like I'm in it because He makes, and I'm not saying God bipolar because I don't believe that God's bipolar. He's not double-minded in all His ways, nothing. But if He says, no more school, Jessica, you good?
I'm gonna be like, sorry. Sorry.
But the great thing about it is God is so amazing. Yeah. He could put that on hold and hold everything that's waiting for you for the next go round. So that's why you gotta manage your time. Listen, it's like a time. It's like a time.
Yo,
it's like a
in the morning.
Yo, y'all said we can come in, right?
No, it's not that. I'm like, dude, I need this master to get to become a therapist.
You gotta be faithful on the portion that's supposed to go back to Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be faithful even over that time.
Yeah.
Good morning. We got 2 minutes.
What's 2 minutes?
2 minutes. We're going back into break.
Before we go into Big Girl Chronicles.
Yeah. I didn't mean to set you up like that.
You really did, though.
I really did not.
That is real brother Dirk, though.
I was giving you.
He said you might stop.
You didn't see me at the bank.
I saw you.
He was like, oh, I saw it, but he was like, oh, they're coming around, but Kevin is on his way too. So I was like, maybe he's talking about Kevin. You gonna get jumped when this live is off. I promise you.
My son and my wife in the building. Hey, wife. Hey, son. What it is? What's up?
Nephew.
Okay. Here I'm with me today. It's gonna be a long, buddy. Hope you're ready. Welcome to my world. You see what I do on a full day. Okay.
You see his face. He's like, whatever, bro.
Whatever. I got your blanket on the cot. Good morning. Come on, skin go, girl. Minute 30. Good stuff. Do me a favor, y'all. Subscribe, share, like, all the above.
Frank is about to get jumped.
You better get a bigger chronicle.
As soon as this camera go off.
I was just telling you about my personal deposit that I got this morning.
What was your personal deposit?
No, it was the fact that what you projected to be and become. If you had to be that tomorrow, are you ready? Like instead of waiting, based off our conversations, just like if it had to be tomorrow, are you willing? Because it then comes with almost a rebranding of what you've been. You got it coming out of what you've been doing, who you've been. I ain't get it.
But being willing and being ready is two different things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could be willing to do whatever in my hands find to do.
Yeah.
But am I ready?
Right.
Is a different situation.
Yeah.
No.
You
at the table now. You here. You in the camera.
Sorry, can you get my phones?
Like your arm. Well, your arm is in the camera.
You all right?
No, you good. Like everybody knows you at the table.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. We got 30 seconds.
Frank just about to he gonna get jumped to the camera.
I do apologize. I'm so serious.
God that ending is long.
Huh?
Good Lord, that ending up to that song is long.
Jay Shree is so new.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time. Please know if Big Frank come up missing tomorrow, it's his fault. Just letting you know this. But no, this is your girl Jay Shree, and it is Big Girl Chronicles time. And in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, Lord, I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah, it was a setup.
I want to talk about right thing, wrong timing. So we have a hot topic that's getting ready to come up in our next break, but it's really getting to do with being connected. This particular situation came with being connected to the right person, but the timing was just wrong. But how often do we know what God has called us to do? And we try to operate in that timing at that moment, only to find out that it was the right thing, but it was the wrong timing. And then we get discouraged and ask ourselves, was we not hearing God correctly, or were we just simply operating in feelings and not truly doing what we're supposed to be doing? But at the end of the day, the truth is the thing that you have, that goal that you have, that dream that you have, has the right thing to it. It's just the timing may be a little bit off, and oftentimes when we see something, we'll rush right into it and not value the timing of how it was supposed to be produced, how it's supposed to manifest, and how it's supposed to happen. Big Frank asked a question that kind of just messed up my life right now, but he asked the question of, if you had to be who you were supposed to be tomorrow, were you able to do it? And oftentimes we try to say, yes, we're going to do it. But you have to operating in the proper timing. You can see yourself as a business owner, but if you haven't got the necessary direction to be so, the project is going to be right, but the timing is going to be wrong. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I want to admonish you to really research the timing of where you're supposed to do. Everything is not meant to be rushed. Everything's not meant to be pushed and done right away. Sometimes we have to just wait on the timing of God.
Uh-huh.
Because you're beautiful. You're intelligent.
You what?
And graceful.
Watch yourself.
You're a big girl.
You what?
You're a big
Yo.
You are aggravating.
I did not listen to me. I did not mean to put my sister.
And he really did though.
I really didn't mean to put her on blast like
he
that.
Really did.
I wasn't. The timing was God's timing, okay?
No, the timing was just set up.
When we get back, listen, it's going down. The question of the day: should Will Smith have to return his Oscar? Does one mistake mean that you shouldn't get what you deserve?
Yeah.
What's up with that when we get back? We're here on Fire 716. Coming up, we got Katie Burke. We also have Ari Lennox going down right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning.
This is what y'all be doing?
Huh?
Yeah, this is what y'all be doing early in the morning.
Oh, in the
Yes.
morning.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you fix the sound on the TV? All right. In there, the two green buttons here, leave those down. Above it is a knob, turn that up.
But no, so is morning break, Big Girl Chronicles, question of the day, hot topics, local news, and
really our final thought, but then
final thought.
Sometimes two of these breaks will extend.
Yeah.
Like
because hot topics sometimes get real hot.
Real hot.
And Girl Chronicles starts problems.
that you know what? That'd be your fault. That'd be your fault.
No, the question of the day, because right now they are asking for Will Smith to get back his Oscar now. gotta come up with a nickname for her now.
Huh?
We gotta come up with a nickname for her now. A radio nickname for Lady B. Cause you on live now.
I'm just here just for the moment.
Lady B in the building. You know, she feels that, you know, the physical Oscar he should give back, even though, you know, he did earn the accolades for it. She feels that he should give the actual Oscar back, the physical Oscar back. So we got, you know, differences of opinion. Me personally, I feel like he went through it. He might as well just keep it. But he should. I'm happy. I mean, I'm not happy that they banned him, but he did need to suffer some consequences.
Somebody said they get more consequences than Will Smith than the people that stormed the Capitol.
Stormed the Capitol. Seriously.
But no. He made a decision, just like the rest of them. Some got caught, some didn't, and the severity of it has to be addressed. And they have, remember, this is another thing, and I know this is not church, this is just me practically just saying, just think about this. They've never been in this place before.
Right.
So they have to have somebody to make an example out of
it.
So he decided that he was going to do this, knowing that this has never happened before. And if it has happened before, we can research it. But it has never happened before. So their response may come out kind of harsh because they don't have nothing to play off of. I hear God.
I hear God.
That's the reason why a lot of times we feel like we're getting the weight and the brunt of things because we're the model and the example for that which is next. That's why you gotta always play your position, whether you're in the current or the future.
I know you're not about to walk away. How you gonna drop that and then leave? Mic drops. She just did a whole mic drop on
right. Ooh, my hotkeys. Oh, there they go.
What?
4716, your boy Big Frank, elected the Big Frank in the morning. What's up? It's going down. It's currently 34 minutes past top the hour. It's 34 degrees on the outside. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely lit. The conversation is crazy. Pastor Lady B was in the building.
Dropped the nugget and left.
So the question of the day is in regards to Will Smith. I dropped him before somewhere because, you know, I'll be doing too much. All right. Is in reference to Will Smith,
should he have to give his Oscar?
Should he have to give his Oscar back? And the dialogue was some people say yes, some say no. Lady B, Pastor Renton, stated that that this should be a part of the consequences of his actions. He has to be a man about it to give it back. I replied that I feel like just certain things were already done. So I get it, but you already nominated me. Is done what it is. I think the 10 years going forward is decent. That's a decade, you know, and then that's canceled work. And then, I don't know.
I mean, do I agree with the 10 years? I do. Do I feel it's a little extensive? Just a little.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's a little extensive, but as the ghost just left us there, you know, there is a consequence. And this is something that they've never dealt with before. Right. So you know, I think it's kind of set to like, hey, if y'all do this, this is what's going on. But I feel like, you know, he earned his Oscar. And so I don't feel like taking that away is fair. Yeah. Because he earned it. He went through the trainings. He did the method acting. He did everything he needed to do for that role. So as far as you know, everything else. Yeah. All the other consequences, yes, but for me, turning back
because you know his because the other projects are canceled. Like they put a halt to. He's working on like maybe 6 projects. Yeah, and then
the one girl, JoJo, she was a dancer. She dropped out of one of his projects. Yeah, because she was like she didn't want to be connected to him.
Yeah, so he's right now to be connected to. Both y'all in trouble. Jada and it's already yeah.
Thank you.
It's They both in trouble. They just both not good. Y'all both not good. You're only good now for reality TV.
Right.
The only option that the Smith had is going to be reality TV.
But it's making Jada's making it worse. She is making it worse because she just keeps coming out saying more stuff. And it's kind of just like your husband, like Will is actually in a facility right now.
Is he?
Yes. So he checked himself into a facility that helps him deal with anger, management, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. So that's why you haven't seen him publicly.
Yeah.
He checked himself in because he's just like, this thing took him to a place in his mind where he's like, okay, I need to get help.
Yeah.
Jada has not stopped talking. Like, ma'am, your husband in a whole facility right now. I need you to just hush.
Yeah,
let this die.
Yeah. And I said this earlier, and I say it again, and that transparency is not always requirement. Like you said, like in all situations, and like talk to your therapist, have that conversation, have the dialogue. Let's talk together. Let's talk as an in-house family unit. Let's discuss it. But you're not about to put my stuff out here for the world to see. No.
Yeah.
I wish Tyra would. I love you, baby. Take my personal conversations we're having and just display them continuously.
Yeah.
Out in public. I would clearly be going to jail for cutting the anklet off one of her legs.
Because it's to the point, and this is why being married to the right person is essential.
No facts.
Because like the right wife would cover her husband. It wouldn't expose him, wouldn't put him out there, wouldn't be bringing up old videos, say, I don't need to be protected. You know, you could have just said, I will stand with my husband. I will be by his side. Yeah. Say what y'all want to say. Jada talk about everything.
Yeah. And my whole thing, I get that, I don't need to protect you. I'm a damsel in distress, that whole macho girl. It's a partnership. You should be protected. Shut up. I'm just over it. Yes, I had mercy for her this morning. But then again.
But let's be a lady, y'all. 2022, purified by faith. From the lady that was just in here, Pastor her annual Let's Be a Lady conference, April 21st to the 23rd, 7 p.m. nightly. Saturday the 23rd is a purification clinic with Bishop and Dr. Melanie Stiles. The Saturday event is $25. You can cash out Lady Bambi, BAMBI 7. To join this event at 4600 Union Road, Covenant of Grace in Cheektowaga, New York. For more information, you can reach out to us, but this is something that you don't want to miss.
Right. Let's go on down, y'all. 5716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's get it. Boy.
He was like, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What you want?
To get into everything?
Everything. Those are the wrong buttons.
Yeah. Don't do that. Your Auntie Jessica just shut down the whole station. Don't touch nothing.
That is funny.
Yeah.
But no, definitely, man. And then we got to get to the other parts of that question. Then we didn't talk about if the mistake.
Don't do it, sir. I know it's shiny and it's bright. Look at he like, how do I get to the button?
We on time with that. This is what you want to do. Get down, but you get down and get dirty. It was for in the mind.
Nephew Trey in the building. It's the radio station's nephew. Whoop. Sir, where you going? Yeah.
One touch stuff. Welcome to Big Frank in the morning and Trey in the building.
Nephew in the station. How you doing, sir?
But one thing that we did say about, there's nothing to compare it to, and we can get to research if that's truly the case. But I ain't seen anybody just.
I ain't seen nobody just slap nobody.
Yeah, and then
that wasn't connected to WrestleMania.
Like, and then the black man, and being black and being abusive, and that display of that, and that's the part that Daniel brought out. But apparently, allegedly, Chris Rock has lawyered up We'll see what that's about coming out. But I heard that on a different location.
But see that, like, I understand him lawyering up because now, like, people are kind of putting the push on him to like start doing the comedy special about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was like, I'm not making any jokes until I get paid.
Absolutely.
Like, so I am not mad at his hustle. I'm not mad at his mind frame. I think for me, okay, sir. I think like this sounds crazy. If Jada B is quiet for a while, this situation will pass.
Yeah.
Like, he got his punishment because the world kept talking. What is the Academy gonna say? What are they gonna do? He got his punishment. You know, more celebrities, which made me mad because a black guy is pushing for him to turn his Oscar in, which I'm like, dude, we the people. Like, but like, you know, everybody's like, oh, you know, he did turn his Oscar in, and I'm mad at it as a black man trying to make him turn his Oscar in, but I'm probably like, you're not relevant, and so we only see you in a couple of movies.
The only problem I have about the decision, not the only problem, one of the problems I have is that because of his decision, he took a moment away from all those who were honored in this, the blackest Oscars ever, and that moment was robbed not only from those who were awarded, but even from Will Packer, who put it on, who put that out there, and it's like, dang, like this decision that you made you took away our moment to shine amongst those who have been shining for a long time. And it's like, dang, bro, really? You couldn't hold yourself? Huh? You couldn't keep yourself, huh? Yeah, you wanted to fight, huh?
Trey was like, nah.
But definitely it's disheartening. It's wrong. We're gonna be after this song.
Yeah.
But yes, wow.
It's definitely crazy. But like I said, I think now that he's trying to get the help that he needs.
Yeah, fact.
You know, if she just be quiet, this will eventually dissipate. Jada, if you hear us, don't do a red table on this. Please don't. Like, please don't. Let's just let this trend die. Because while we had Ketanji as the first Black Supreme Court justice, it got some publicity, but it would have gotten more.
Yeah.
If this whole Will and Jada chasing thing has not been going on.
Yeah.
Because it was like she made history.
Fact.
And amongst the Black community, we are celebrating her, but outside of that, only like the Obamas, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, like those influential people have publicly celebrated her because the world is focusing on Will and Jada.
Okay, because the negative outshines the positive for her, and every time they highlight the negative. Ain't that right? They highlight the negative. The negative always speaks louder than the positive, and that only because the media, highlights that.
Yeah.
So disheartening, but man, crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What, boy?
How long you been up, Dre?
Oh, let us see something where Yolanda Adams.
I was like, is that Yolanda's?
Somebody put a post up about Yolanda Adams, and she was singing. I don't know if she was singing something. It was non-gospel. Mm-hmm. Somebody was like, "Y'all ladies better thank God Yolanda is saved." If you singing like this, and I said, "I can't."
Because I remember when she did her tribute to Anita Baker.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. Because I think she did. Was it Good Love? No, You Bring Me Joy.
Yes, yep.
She brought You Bring Me Joy. And I was like, oh. Okay then, ma'am. So Jesus got a hold of you real early.
Early. Where's my paper at?
She would have been out here selling records.
Right.
She would have messed around and got pregnant all for Yolanda Adams. That's I think honestly the worst. This is gonna sound terrible because if I ever meet him, he might be like, seriously, you put me out there. The worst R&B album I have ever heard was TD Jakes.
TD, he tried.
TD in this whole I'm making love making music for Christian people. Nobody wants to hear your voice. Why they out here making love to
That's
you?
only because his voice speaks louder as the preacher, and it's just confusing.
No, talk about black saying cheese, sir. We don't want to hear that from you. We don't want it. We don't want. You know, get ready. That's you. We don't want to hear you. They're like, no, not during.
But you know, he was talking to do sweet nothing to his little.
That was a scene that should just be between you and your wife.
The pillow sheets.
That should have been, you know what, that should have been your love CD to your wife. Why'd you go in production with that, sir?
Right, that should have been the in-house personal anniversary gift.
Yes. I made an album for you, babe. You tired?
Probably should have your boyfriend friend. That was Let Us See all the way. We talking about Yolanda Adams, but that was.
It sounded like Yolanda Adams.
It did for a hot second. You in the studio with myself, my boy Trey in the building. That's not him. That's me. I'm your Jay Cherie.
My bad, y'all. I kind of broke the radio station preview.
You know, we was off for a hot second. I think I did good. I just took it.
Yeah.
It was gonna be all right.
We went live for a second on Facebook just to kind of, you know. But that was my fault. Yeah.
Somebody had typed in, are we still live? Yes, we are. Are we still here?
This is what happens when you have a big person.
Yeah, you know. But. And, you know, I'm going to have to put a block on it. I don't know. You got to do something for the wall. That was a lot. It's good, but it was a lot. So, in our hot topic real quick, J-Lo is engaged to Ben Affleck. Again.
Yes. Right thing, just wrong time.
Right. You know... I don't want to say this. I'm going to say it.
Lord.
So, when was she was with Ben, they broke up before?
I think it was well over a decade ago. Like, everybody, so they were engaged before.
Right.
But I believe J-Lo broke it off, saying that she just felt like, at that time, she just wasn't ready to commit and be, I guess, a wife, the right kind of wife to her. Yeah. Wife to him. And then, you know, she dated, that's it, son. And that's, she dated, I want to say, A-Rod after that, and so a couple of other people. But, like, they always found their way back to each other. And she said that. She was like, we always found our way back to each other. We always talked, we always joked. So I guess it was always there.
Also, he'd been a piece on the side for a long time.
Not a piece on the side, but it's kind of just like, when they see each other in public, it was never uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, hey, how you doing? Well, some of her exes, it was like reverse turn.
Yeah, she go. Definitely. So, all right, go ahead, J-Lo. Wish her the best.
It's beautiful.
But don't be jumping in and out. Don't play with my boy Ben Affleck. All right, don't play with his emotion and his mind. Yeah. Don't. Okay, because you can be another J-Lo Jada.
She got more rings than the Infinity Stone.
She do, like,
she got a lot of rings. I'm not gonna lie. J-Lo got a lot of rings.
But the beef is that she's not ready. They may be ready to wife her, but she's not prepared.
Well, A-Rod had some whorish tendencies, and I think she it was a singer, a Latin singer.
Mark Anthony?
Mark Anthony. It was just like, I think she said, like, she felt like she had to, like, pull back her career and dumb down herself to support him because her career was outshining his at the time. And so that was a dub.
Y'all even started seeing people, like, get out of here. But I get it.
I get it, though. But even with the case with, like, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, he had to dump him. He dumped it, like, he stopped pursuing his dream, all this other kind of stuff to ended up supporting Whitney, and then he ended up hating her for it. Yeah. So that was our first hot topic.
Right. And then a Texas man beat roommate with a stick over a mosquito.
So I put the story in here because it's kind of funny. So it's not funny, but it is. But like this, so this Texas roommate got into an argument. No, this Texas man got into an argument with his roommate about what mosquitoes look like and beat him with a broomstick. because they disagree on what mosquitoes look like. Like Google couldn't have solved that.
Right, that's dumb. That's retarded. What you mean for a mosquito? Because when they look like this, but they don't look like that.
Yeah.
They probably found one in the house. We all know Will Smith has been banned from the Oscar Academy
for 10 years.
10 years. LeBron James is out for the rest of the season.
Yes, he had an ankle injury. They thought he was going to be able to come back from the ankle injury, but the doctors are not clearing him for the rest of the season, so he is out for the rest of the season. But also, the Lakers coach was fired.
Yeah.
After 3 years, they let him go. So, no mercy.
No. Listen, it's going down right here. Big Frank in the morning. It's Trey, Jake Cherie. You're rocking it out, man, this morning right here on Fire 716. Dude, like, subscribe, share. Also, download the app for music. We're rocking out. Coming up is Genuine, Skilo, and DJ Hat right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning.
What's wrong, nephew? Tired? Is you tired, son? Is you prepared for convocation, sir? Because I'm gonna need you to have the investments ready.
Oh, me?
Trey.
Oh, Trey. We already look like.
Huh? We need to go find him a baby investment outfit. Give him a little collar.
You gonna walk?
He's like, nope.
You wanna get down?
That is so funny. So what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, my bad. My son is here.
It's cool. What's going on? The second part to the question of the day is: do you feel that one mistake keeps you from ever getting everything that you deserve?
Yeah, I don't think it should. I think that there is I think the difference between there's legit a mistake caught up in the moment, like I got myself in a situation, and then not being a repeat offender of that. Like, what's the parallel? Yeah, I hate to say it, but what's that parallel to your consistent behavior, your legacy, who you are, what you do, and this moment, and what brought you to this moment? And that's kind of hard too, because you don't know how a person acts behind closed doors. Right. So it depends on it depends on all those components and factors. Like, if I always been abusive, you just didn't know, but I've always been. Like, I didn't look into the story, Miss Rat, but it was a guy, I think in like UK or something. He was like he was running. He had a great personality, but behind closed doors, he was like killing people. Like, so it's like,
kind of like Ted Bundy.
Yeah. So it's like publicly you would never expect,
right?
Because he's in front of people, he's smiling, he's laughing, he's moving, but he has behavior behind closed doors that's like detrimental, and this isn't a mistake either. This is like really your life.
Because for me, like for me, if one mistake disqualified me, then it would have been a dub for my life. But like. I guess my disconnect with is what's the level of disqualification? Yeah. Because obviously this is stemming from the whole situation with Will and the Oscars, but like one mistake in his life just ruined his career forever. Yes. But is that severity so necessary? Because like a lot of us have smacked somebody. It just wasn't caught on camera. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have done things. We've cut somebody out and it hasn't been caught on camera. We have done something shameful and it hasn't been caught on camera, but we're not disqualified. We're not canceled. And I was like, true. It makes me wonder I really pose this question because where does mercy come in?
No, that's real because mercy is required. Okay. Because we've all made mistakes. We all have done something foul or wrong that if somebody found out about it, we'd be in trouble. Right. So they got some mercy and grace.
Because this situation is merciless.
Yeah.
Like it really is merciless. And you know, I was happy that you brought up the point about the person who posted about the Capitol, because it's true that, you know, the people who stormed the Capitol got less flack.
Yes.
Than this man. And granted, you know, the caucus community, they stick together.
Yeah.
Like, and I think with this case, like with Will Smith, you know, yes, there's some consequences, but dang, like I'm kind of at the point, but how much are we going to put this man through?
Yeah.
Because he's clearly already having a mental breakdown, because now he's help. He's in a place to get help. So it's like, where is the cutoff, and why do we continue to keep blowing this up more and more and more? Like, where for me, it's kind of just like, when are we gonna give him some mercy?
Right. Yeah.
The Snoop out here, he a whole fella.
Hey.
Like,
I think it's just the fact that we didn't expect it from the, like we said, I guess putting that standard of consequences, but it's like, had this been somebody else, would it be the same? Had it been a white situation, or
if Tom Hanks had to smack somebody,
right? What would that? What had that been like? What would it be? Because I don't think that the response would be the same. I'm looking at something real quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, you know, I think everybody has been to that place that they've made the mistake, and you know, it's led to bad results in life and stuff like that. But I think at some point we have to understand that, you know, your actions affect everybody.
Yeah.
It's a ripple effect, and where you feel like you may not be connected to somebody else because you're not on the same level with them. The point is, your actions at some point do ripple and affect everybody. I may not know Oprah personally, but like if I do something and then end up, you know, going to the place I'm called to go to and have interactions with her. Well, in 2022, you said like it has a ripple effect to it. You better crawl, sir. You better crawl. But yeah, so I think, like, you know, my answer to that question, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But at the same time, like that, which brings me to the Lakers thing, the Lakers coach, because of his, I guess, lack of success, so to speak, they canceled him after 3 years. Like,
you know, that's what they do. That's crazy. They always.
The Bills coach, Marv Levy, was given infinite amount of opportunities, and he still has not brought in a Super Bowl ring yet. And they did not cancel that man. He worked until he didn't want to work no more. Okay. But like after 3 years, it was like, why would you say, you know what, you're fired? We can't do, because is it really his fault that they didn't produce? Right.
Yeah, you know, you gotta blame somebody. They gotta blame somebody, and they always blame the coaches. I don't know. You know, I'm not really a sports head, but still, I thank God for grace and mercy, though. I ain't gonna hold you, because Nick, I ain't been perfect all my life.
Because they tried to do that with Mike Tomlin. Let me explain. He's the coach. He's coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. Being like, because with this last season, you know, Big Ben his life, but it was like, we need to get rid of Mike Tomlin because he's not a good coach and fire him. Sir, no. Like, obviously they did fire him. He signed for another season, but it was just like, why are you blaming him when you had a rookie team? Yeah. You had 5 new players. You had a very old quarterback who just wanted one more year and took a pay cut to have his one last year, knowing he was tired and probably need to retire. So you had all of these aspects. It's not the coach. It's the fact that you had a rookie team and an old quarterback.
Yeah. So you gotta put things in the proper perspective. Yeah. When it comes down to what's happening. Let me go. My boy.
You tired?
sorry. She's ready for it now.
We're that tired too, but we got stuff to do today.
Oh, it's gonna be Father Sunday?
Yeah, we gotta go to the chiropractor, go to the doctor, we gotta go to Rockport, we gotta come back here for another meeting.
Come on, Father Daughter, it's Father Sunday.
They be seeing this hair. I go, oh my God, she is so beautiful. Pronouns. He.
Not pronoun. He don't even look like a girl.
With his hair out, you can't tell.
He doesn't even, when he has his full bush, he don't look like a girl. People are just, you know?
Yeah, it'd be the eyes, and the hair. They just be confused and be stuck. Like, is it him? Is it? But no, it's a him, not a her. His hair, but like, oh my God, she's so beautiful.
What's gonna be funny is if both twins come out looking like you. That's gonna be the funniest thing ever. Like, I'm gonna pray for you because it's gonna be rough. But if all three of them come out looking like all strong genes, I'm gonna crack up.
One of them got different nose, so probably we can tell. But
well, he looks like your dad.
Oh, fact. This is my great. This is my dad.
Yeah. But if both, yeah.
Definitely my father.
If the twins come out look like you, I'm gonna scream laughing. Both of them. Yeah.
Oh no, there's Niagara action.
Boiler. What's a boiler?
I want to have a fiery fish fry. And I want to have a neo soul night on a Friday.
Okay. Are we still having the summer plans for
I need to figure out exactly because I need to. It has to be just community based and vendor profit. Just off the grip of I want it to be for everybody that goes to get numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to necessarily like charge the community, but just if I can just charge vendors.
Because I still haven't heard back from either booking agent.
Gotcha, not a problem. That's fine. That's fine.
Probably have to call again.
Yeah, don't call them. I think I'm just gonna go local, all local. Create a platform, get the people, their family to come out to support them, and vendors, and just push the station like crazy. Download it, get a chance to win. That's the kind of something. Spin wheel table, prizes, t-shirts. My goal is I just got to get my numbers to the highest.
Lay hands on
Hey, so my. Hey, if you ain't got a word, you ain't got a word. A word, huh?
You better lay hands, son.
Hey, Don't start with me. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. I'm in here, with my girl Jay Cherie, my son Trey. I know you want to talk, cry, weep, well and moan, all the above, but he's not alone. Boom, boom, boom.
The Lord is with you.
Facts. Listen, one of the second parts of the question of the day that we didn't dig into that I want to bring to the table is, does one mistake mean that you shouldn't get what you deserve? In other words, we talk about Will Smith's situation swiftly, but does that one mistake mean that you should be robbed or taken away from the things that you worked hard for and you've done your due diligence to? I think the details matter.
Yeah.
Details matter, and everybody's thought process is different. But I feel like for certain things, you gotta hold that. And for certain things, it's like, dang, I know that it was just and you gotta validate that it's really a one-time mistake. That your behavior, that's my son in the background in my arms, is really that one mistake. Not one mistake that we found out about. And then there's a plethora. Right. Mistake. For example, I'm gonna say this: you go out to the club. I'm using infidelity. infidelity happens on this occasion. Not validating, not saying it's okay at all, not saying that anybody has to accept it, but you find yourself in a compromised situation. Maybe you didn't go all the way, but you find yourself the same where I want to be. Right. But if this is an everyday occurrence, all the time, no, you just been game. It isn't happening here. Right. No, your behavior is unacceptable. Good morning, Erica.
Yeah, I really do think like if it is a mistake, like a one-time situation where he or she didn't mean it, it kind of just happened because like at the end of the day, like we have all kind of stuff going on. Like the lady who blamed Emmett Till.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She said, she was intimidated by, her settings or whatever. She didn't want to be looked at as weak, so she made up this lie, and unfortunately, it caused the death of this young man.
Yes,
whatever. But like for her, people's like, well, your mistake did this, you should be punished for the rest of your life. As opposed to somebody like you just said that just had an error. Yeah. And that error, you got some consequences.
Yes.
But it's not to the point where, you done forever.
Right,
so it really depends on the details.
But definitely, and I think that's always content and context. Because like I said before, and I always say it now that I'm over. I can't make the proper adjustment based off a 20-second, 30-second clip.
Right.
Because there's always context. There's always something to be dissected. And that's just where I'm at when it comes down to certain things. So every action has a reaction and there's the consequences. And sometimes you're grace, sometimes you're mercy, but sometimes you're not.
Because they not getting well.
Fact. And listen, and for my little believers out here playing with God, I go for you too. Because sometimes you're grace, sometimes you're mercy, and sometimes you're not.
And sometimes you run out.
Facts. Listen, when we get back, we get into our local news, and then our final thought going down right here on Fire 316. Big Frank in the morning, and Trey in the morning with Big Frank. It's going down. Let's get it. Yeah.
There's donuts in the refrigerator.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I got my cousin with me.
Oh, okay.
I got my cousin with me. Gary, she has a flight. What is that? You want to be? I got my cousin. What's going on, G? Good.
It's my cousin Kevin.
How you doing?
Kevin.
Yeah. Have a seat.
That's Big Frank in the morning.
Good, yeah.
And this
your girl Jay
Cherie.
How you doing? You can sit here.
Right there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sit here. I will put this right here so I don't destroy the radio station again. No, so what happened was like Lady B came in here, did a quick sweep on us. Ooh. Dropped the word, dropped the mic and left. But like before she sat down, I went to put my purse down, hit the cord, knocked out everything. Music, cameras, everything. So since y'all here, that purse is going right here. And the company gonna get some free advertisement.
You might have to zoom out at the camera, not sure.
The company gonna get some free advertisement because you're gonna see the name of the person on the side of the company. Yeah. But yeah, no. So.
Yeah. My boy is now watching Elmo and listening to music.
Yeah.
Hey, try to use my headphones. Come on, John. You got real teeth. If you take out the trunk, I'm gonna be real hurt. It's funny because this song is going like, did you have well done? It's from the next banana by Miguel.
So yeah, but so I'll be staying away from anything over here because I was like, I literally just broke a radio station in 2 seconds. Like, because people can say, are y'all still live? We're back now.
Right.
we're back now. So we talked about Will Smith being banned for 10 years. He got a 10-year ban.
From what?
From the Oscars.
Oscars for what? This is mad.
I said from what?
From what?
Yeah. From the Oscars. He banned.
From the Oscars. They stopped his Bad Boys 4. They stopped
the Netflix movie
he was doing. This is other films I've got the list, but they all that stuff is on pause.
Yeah.
On pause.
The
Like,
JoJo,
they
the dancer
dragged
from
it.
Dance Mom, dropped out of one of his projects.
oh, JoJo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I said, you said that. But I didn't-
JoJo from Dance Mom, she dropped out of one of
The
his
coach?
projects. No, the
The
from
girl.
Dance Mom.
Dance
She-
Mom, the daughter.
She's like real popular because she was like a really good dancer at a young age, but then she came out as queer, and then she got real popular with that community. But she was supposed to be in one of his projects. She dropped out,
Oh wow.
and then the dude from trying to think, I can't remember his name, but the dude from you see the movie, right?
Great. Yeah.
The
Jay
light
Fox.
skinned guy. The light skinned guy who was like introducing Ray Charles, and then he became kind of him. He's basically pushing for the Academy now to take away Will's Oscar. I'm like, black man.
Yeah.
You a black man trying to tell another black man to get rid of his Oscar. So he is pushing for it.
I just think that I've done my due diligence.
Yeah.
I was nominated and I won.
Right.
Give me that.
Right.
This is
That
those
was pre-smack.
it was what it was. It was like pre-smack I won,
Yeah.
but y'all didn't. You should announce it.
Y'all didn't I didn't get it until after Smack.
You should have said, because of the situation that's at hand, we're gonna hold this announcement and revamp the show. But it's a live show. It's like we gotta go. We got too much.
Will Packer was like, get a man. So yeah, that guy.
Yo, they dragging my boy.
That guy is like, he should need to give his Oscar back to black man. As another black man, I need you to give that black man some mercy.
And now
Like,
he's in an institution.
he's
so
checked himself into a facility
That's all.
because he wanted to get his mental health and his anger together.
Because
Yeah,
he can't
I
find-
know.
Can't find peace at home.
Let's go.
Ain't no peace at home.
And then Jada won't stop talking. So
I would have checked myself in.
he checked himself in.
But that's
He
crazy.
said that he wants to get his anger and his mental health under control.
He got to
After
be-
this, it broke that. He broke.
Yeah,
he
because-
broke, and then Jada broke him more.
You can't call your woman and talk to her because she gonna put you on the red table. Put you on the floor and add more stuff.
I don't
to the
need
situation.
protecting. Then she posted a video saying she never wanted to marry him.
No, I have to bring context to that. 'Cause I watched the video
Okay.
because what she said was she wasn't really about marriage, the whole concept. She knew she had to be married, and she didn't really want a wedding. So it wasn't that she didn't want to be with him or like that. She wanted to be her and him on the mountain somewhere, just outside the social norms.
Right.
But her mother, they gotta get married. And then they were pushing the wedding and that. So the way that they wrote the statement wasn't like she wasn't trying to ever be a part
Because I
of
was
his
trying
life.
to find the clip and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was more so her saying, listen, I didn't want to be married. She didn't want the wedding, and the wedding for her was a disaster.
Yeah.
She ain't want all that.
Gotcha. That's when he was talking about he started playing her birthday.
That's
Yeah.
the birthday. That's that.
Got you.
So then the birthday situation, she ain't want all that. It was
So she's not
display of his ego.
She's not a big. You know
Right, right.
Unless she's celebrating herself. She don't want nobody
Oh.
celebrating her.
Yes,
Whoa.
you know.
Because he started planning her birthday 3 years before
Right,
her 30th.
and she said to him, I ain't gonna say that what it did, but she said to him, she was like, listen, this was awful. This is a display of your ego. And he thought he was doing his thing.
Because he said that he wanted to get all the people she loved,
Right?
all the artists she liked
Absolutely.
in the same room
Makes
together.
sense
for
to
her.
me as a man.
It makes sense. And as a woman, it makes sense to me because of like whoever he is, depending, whoever he is, if he's like, yo, I'm trying to get, Floetry in the room. I'm trying to get NDRE in the room. Yo, because this is my wife. And she loves these people because everybody else she loves is dead. Luther, Barry, Michael, Prince, they all gone. Like, and it's a display of your ego. At that statement, I'd have been like, it's okay to divorce her, sir.
No, for
Like,
sure.
it's
But she
okay.
told him that this is a display of your ego. And this is what his response was. I was hot, I was bad, but you're absolutely right. I said, N-word, please.
Right.
The motivation, the fact that I have the pull to do. If you tell me anything, I find out anything about you, what you like, what you don't like, everything, I'm pulling together to do something for you.
That's right.
So this wasn't about what I could just do. It's about me trying to please you, but bird, fly away. This is not it.
As a woman, I hate to say
Like,
this
dang,
because it's a man thing to say, but that man must be real good. It has to be. For you to continue to keep dealing
Man,
with that, I'm
accepting
sorry.
everything she's saying to you.
It has
No,
she
you're right.
she gotta be doing
It wasn't
something
display like
crazy. She gotta be.
And my thing is this: there's certain conversations I'm not bringing to the world to see. You're dumb. You dumb. Because dumb. There's a difference between a conversation between me and my wife about certain things that we're still learning, revolving, and we're changing. But then we take that and then we display it on TV for the world to then, and we haven't fixed it yet.
Right.
It's different.
Especially because at the red table, she said he was terrible at sex.
Please, I would have. Oh, child.
Yeah. He was like, but I learned. He sounded like a sprung man. He's like, but I learned and I got better. Like I learned, and I'm like, dude, defend yourself.
Because she
just
said,
say that you had trash stuff. Like no.
And you have to do that. You have to do that differently. You have to. Your conversation got to be. You got. I can't. I'm just not accepting.
Nah.
We're going to have dialogue. Well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
your failure to throw back anything is a no, it's not all me. It's not me.
She was just like, I think we talked about this, prior to this and stuff like that. He knew he wasn't satisfied. She's like, but in the beginning, you weren't that. I'm like, why would you put that on air? He was like, but I learned you. I'm like, oh, you must be magical. You must be magical.
Hey, good. How you living? At the studio.
I was like, you must be doing some stuff.
All right, what's with you right now?
His former wife
all right.
didn't do. Because that is sprung man behavior. I'm sorry to be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I had to. The lie. Lie and defend yourself until they cut the cameras off.
I feel like if their marriage comes to an end, he's gonna be able to say, I never talk bad about my woman. He can say like all of these positive things that, you know what I'm saying, makes a man upstanding, but there's a limit. You're not finna sit up here and talk about my sex life.
Right. Oh, that means he ain't watching.
I won't even say talk about. You can talk about my sex life, but you're not finna sit up here and dog me about my sex life.
But you're not going to dog me without getting the due diligence of the dog back.
That's a fact.
And we're going to have this dialogue. I'm not going to sit here and allow you to, okay, transparency. No, let me tell you about
the stench.
Let me tell you what. Let's see why. I'm tired of your attitude. It's not pleasurable. You're dry. You're not going to just chop me down and think there is no chop back. This is called dialogue and transparency. Oh no, I didn't want you either. I had my other baby mama on the side. Talk to her, Will. Where the book at? He might be writing right now.
he gonna write a part 2. Once he gets if they ever get divorced. Will, if you hear me, if you get divorced, I'm throwing you a freedom party. Like I am throwing you a freedom celebration because I have never wanted a man to be divorced in my life. Like
Dre already had one. I was giving another one. Dre had a freedom party.
Listen, but Dre's freedom party was well deserved because they had him on hold. Dr. Dre. They had him on hold for his freedom for like 20 years. I know, nephew. You just ready to go to sleep.
Help us. This can be your show in a minute.
He just want to go sleep. You know you want to. Ooh, who's singing this? This is nice. Ooh, we still together.
First up, we'll see your boy Frank Langston and Big Frank in the morning. That is still together by Jay Billups. It's going down this morning. Conversations are hot and heavy. Jake Shree in the building. Kev on air in the building. Kev in the building. It's don't judge me.
Kev in
the building. It's going down this morning. The conversation.
For the first time, we are united as one at this table on one particular subject. Because we always had one person defending an individual. At this table, nobody is defending Jada.
Yeah,
nobody.
Jada is just not the best.
She ain't doing it for me.
She's not doing it for me as a partner in a relationship to succeed successfully, to overcome the tragedies and the challenges of this world.
No, for sure.
She's just not for me. I just can't. I think Trey's in the building. If you don't know, he's here. He's here. Yeah, you at your own station.
Is you speaking in tongues, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, falling out the
That's
spirit.
falling out of spirit. One night he was like, real, no. I said, Lord, you doing the work? What is happening? All right, he got it. Well, listen, boy, Kevin the building, man. So what's going on with you, Kevin? Because Kevin's international. He's been out traveling.
I was actually at work.
I see your status.
I was slaving.
Was it like hard or was it like regular? It's different.
No, when I say knees buckling, ankles twisted and popping, everything, I couldn't walk straight, none of that. Like, when I say, all right, so I work for the Zom.
Yes.
Well, not for them, but I work at the facility. And they sent me from ours to the one in New Jersey, which is like 12 of my facilities. No exaggeration,
really?
No lie, bro. When I say it's the second largest in the United States, no exaggeration.
That's crazy.
I barely walked the entire building. It's not possible. I wasn't trying to. It was too much walking. Yeah. Like pallet jacks and back and forth and lifting and nah, bro. Keep me at home. Like for sure, it wasn't worth it. Like,
I'll cut to Kevin. What are you doing to the table, man? Just tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What's
a little bit about myself.
Is your mic? Make sure your mic is on.
It's on.
Oh, okay.
Just now moving back to the town of Buffalo.
Okay.
From Niagara Falls. You know what I'm saying? Just now starting to grow myself, working at Walmart to a supervisor position.
Okay, good stuff.
That's about it right now. I'm taking care of the family, about to get married this summer coming up.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But besides that, just chilling with the fam all the time, making sure everything right.
Gotcha. So are you from Buffalo or you from Niagara Falls?
From Buffalo.
From Buffalo, but you was in Niagara Falls and you're back to Buffalo. Okay, listen, I've been there, okay? 3-4 times over, okay? Born in Niagara Falls, been to Buffalo, back to the Falls, back to Buffalo, back to the Falls, back to Buffalo, back to, I'm just been back. Back to that loss and switch right to me, Matt Rand, I'm sorry. Because, rap battles, for those who don't know. But listen, when we get back, we had a little switcheroo because they came in real quick. We're going to get into our local news quickly and then our final thought right here on 5716. Coming up, we got Look Back at It. That's what I'm going to say. Back to Buffalo, back to Niagara Falls. Look back at it. It's going down 5716. Big Frank in the morning. Yo. But listen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, I ain't never, ever in my life thought I'd be walking.
It was like that. It was
like,
I'm about to Google
5-6 miles.
Really?
Over a 10-hour shift. Like, nonstop.
Really?
I won't say nonstop, but like,
back and forth.
That's all it was. It was back and forth. Yeah.
Did you get to experience Jersey at all? Or
no, not really. It was just
work.
Yeah. Got a little massage when I first got there. You know what I'm saying? But
Got you. Local news we're going into after 2 more songs. We're going to do alcohol to go is now legal.
Huh?
Alcohol to go. Before they have put a stop to being able to buy alcohol at bars and leave. So now it's to take it to go.
The stipulation is you gotta have food.
Yeah.
You gotta
gotta have food. So my smoothies are straight no chaser.
So
but you want to buy a bottle or something?
Add to it.
So if you go to Olive Garden or whatever and get a margarita and you want to go, you need to be you had to have fast food. So they basically don't want you to be drunk on to go.
I want to just have food just on standby. You got food? Yeah, this. I don't drink it. Okay? It's been for 2 months. But it's moldy, it's hard, but I got you all the time. Yo, what's that brown bag? Just hold it. What's it? Nothing.
So it's gonna have the seal on it and stuff like that. You could take wine with you to go, but they had each restaurant had the seal, so they would put the bottle in the seal. But now, like I said, if it's a margarita or something like that, they will put a seal, a cup cover over it, but it's legal to get alcohol to go. Now I was you just want people to drive drunk, you just
in fact, and they have recently, 2-3 days ago, they just had a hit out for the city of Niagara Falls, inner city, where they targeted the hot areas of crime, they say, where they put like 12 people, 15 people over in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
It was the helicopter was out just looking for folks.
That's crazy.
I said, this is out of control. I don't do this in summer.
They wilding out here?
I don't think they're necessarily wilding. They wilding to a degree because
Okay.
we just been stealing and killing.
Okay.
One day we had to kill and shoot every day. Every day out the week. Just
That's
Buffalo's in competition
Like,
with each
so,
other.
but they had but they were like focused most on driving. So if your ones was attended, it was coming for you. You was distracted driving, they coming for you. Anything.
Got you.
I ran away.
Yeah.
I seen the undercover do a little U-turn. Get down this alley real quick. Just get out the way. Let me get to the closest parking lot I can get to and get out the car. Don't judge me. I do drive fast. I got to slow down though. Because
I know I'm starting to learn where the police are coming over the Grand Island Bridge. So I have to slow down.
I have been blessed not to be in encounter with the police driving lately. Like,
let's remain that.
Listen.
No,
listen.
Listen, because I can't.
I can't afford to
we where's it back from? We just drove somewhere. He got pulled over.
Yep. Utica.
We
was this close. Got caught.
I can't get pulled over for speeding. That ticket is just ridiculous.
But for me, I got my little systematic approach, and I was not guilty until I went to Grand Island. And the man did not only pull out the current situation, he had my booklet and was like, you know what, sir? I got you here. And I said, dang!
Yo,
Grand Island is no mercy.
But I still play, I still believe the album. Good stuff. Getting ready.
Because I got a ticket in Grand Island. He gave me a ticket. I was speeding. I was speeding hard body because it was right after we had a minister's meeting. The bishop was like, if y'all come in late for y'all assignments one more time. And I was on that assignment to pray. And I was running late. And I was like, I was flying through Grand Island. He caught me not at the speed I was going, but caught me and he was like, man, why are you speeding? And I had my collar on. And I was like, we just had this meeting about being late for prayer. And I was just like, no, I can't be late. And he gave me a ticket for snow covering my license plate. He's like, I'm not going to get you for speeding. But I was praying, my Lord, I can't, because I was going at least 90. But when I spotted him, I hit down to like 75. So he clocked me.
I have a problem in my truck now. 100 easy. When I say easy, I'm not easy. I said, this is 15 minutes to my place. I said, what you doing too much? Then I got to know the app. The app that we know, they hear, they pop up, they not. But, open the door for me. Come to go that way. But it's.
Oh, he sleep flawless victory.
Very good. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I guess these last 10 minutes will be a little different. But definitely, I got a ticket going to pay for a ticket. That's how bad. I'm going to pay for a ticket and got a ticket going to pay for a ticket.
Did you say you got a ticket
going to pay for a ticket? Fact.
Yo, that's backwards.
No, listen, just telling you, I was on my way, and I said,
how you get a ticket going to pay for?
Speeding to pay a ticket, you'll pay a ticket.
I didn't get a ticket. I think for my worst accident, I felt like God was bored that day. I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like God was like, let me get Jessica real quick. I left the defensive driving course on my way to LA weight loss and got hit by a Frito-Lay truck. How do you leave a defensive driving course on your way to the weight loss spot and get hit by a chip truck?
Yo.
I was like, God ain't had nothing to do today. like you God didn't have nothing to do today. Everybody was good that day. Like there was no way. And then explaining it to my insurance, and I was telling the agent just laugh because she was trying so hard not to laugh. Ma'am, go ahead and laugh.
No,
it's
for
funny.
sure.
Like she was just like, but ma'am, laugh. Like I'm not gonna be mad at you for laughing. And I had to explain it to the cops, and the cops were just like, dude, just laugh. I'm like the guy in the Frito-Lay truck. Hello.
Hey, that's so loud.
I told y'all I was gonna make it out here.
Everybody is coming. The last half hour.
But wait, that's right. And I got my shirt on to prove I was on my. Actually, I brought my sunset claws and what we got here.
That's your thing.
That's your advertising.
Is that my? Oh, I love
That's
you
your
guys.
advertisement.
Y'all be holding it down. I had to come show some respect. And,
We got
Come up-
nephew Trey. He sleep right now.
well, you know, he got to sleep. He about to be on the move. Literally, no pun
No,
intended.
legit.
He's getting a little grumpy. Had to put nephew to
We
night
got 2
night.
minutes of me coming in.
All right, this is a mic.
Yes, it is.
All right, I like what y'all got. I told you I had to get over here.
So, no, you definitely did.
So-
How
Hi,
you doing?
I'm so loud.
That's
That's cousin Kev.
That's cousin Kev.
Cousin Kev.
This is Kev on there.
Kev on there. Why I feel like I saw you before?
Yeah,
Because he's
probably
been
got-
on here
I've
before.
seen him before. I've never seen him. You, I know.
Jason.
Baby, I couldn't wait to see and touch. So I'm glad I'm here. And you just doing so many great things. I had to really just come lay hands on you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The Prophet's Corner. Welcome to the
Church is
Prophet's
on the other side.
Welcome to the Great Side Claus on the other side of the curtain.
I ain't saying nothing else.
No.
That's all. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I just be, you know,
Listen,
full fledged morning. Y'all got all the equipment,
definitely
right?
so.
This
Listen.
This is big time.
I'm going to tell you, because you know, I operate the same system they operate at Broadway in Michigan,
Yeah, I see.
all the way. You know, Arrakis is here, Music One is in the back,
So
engineer is Brian,
really,
all the way.
shut up.
Listen, everything you taught me, I've snatched.
As you should.
Absolutely.
I mean, but oh gosh, wait. Oh hi.
Here,
Oh yeah, you're in
You
there.
got it,
You gotta
You
lean
gotta
in and
lean
say,
in.
oh. There you go. There's your
I'll
face.
lean in a little. Hi, for real.
That's so loud.
I meant in the back end,
Hi,
this
y'all.
up some.
Don't do you.
No, but just.
Oh, I was about to
that's
say.
that's not
I'm
easy.
just-
That's not easy as I made
I was
it
about to say.
It's nice to have another lady in the room.
Right.
Like,
Anytime I be there with you in spirit.
it'd be
Yeah.
testosterone filled every day. And I just be like, seriously?
You
Right,
gonna walk
30
in
seconds.
around me. I like to touch the room.
No, I'm just saying, this ain't the female influence in the room. You know?
Okay, I got you, sis. Cause you be working.
Oh my.
It's not.
Oh,
I don't know.
the cord again. We gotta push it all the way in. Because that's the only way she's gonna hear a little something out that ear.
First 706, your boy, Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. It's going down. That is Be Honest, featuring Burn Boy by Jory Smith. It's going down this morning. Listen, the room is full. It's for my homegirl, Jake Sheree in the building.
In the building.
My boy Kevin in the building. Kevin on air. Then we got cousin Kevin in the building.
Cousin Cat.
Then we got Soul Out of Community Daughter in the building.
Hey, hey,
It's
hey.
definitely about make sure the microphone is on, make sure it is in the up position.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, just
Yes,
check
sir.
it. Listen, it's going down today. I'm really lost with vocabulary. I've been trying to do community news for 2 breaks now, but I feel like just because of the energy that's in the room, the vibe that's in the room. Solar, what's up?
Everything is up. I came out to the falls. Well, first of all, my son goes to school out here, right? So
Okay.
big shout out to N Trip. He's working at the downtown restaurant.
Come on.
But I'm like, I have not been able to grace the falls. You know,
Yeah.
my schedule's been hectic. You know, the artist in me really picking up,
somebody.
right? You know, got the pros and for you. Been holding me down with this. You've been
Absolutely.
letting me take the solar moments. I think what I'm most excited about is what you're doing.
Yeah,
You know, everybody say, what's a solar moment? Let me explain. It has nothing to do with me.
talk.
The solar moment is about shared energies that we have, and you're taking a moment to recognize you are in that energy. You
Yes.
are in that moment. And y'all killing it. Conversation, music, highlighting my voiceovers. Like, I'm excited because it's not a lot of us doing it to this level.
Yeah.
Everybody want a podcast. I ain't even mad at y'all. I've been doing that for 8 years, so y'all can tell it. Right. And I've been doing radio for like 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And then you just said something. I'm all over the place, but that's who I am. That's why I'm solar. And then she was like female energy, you know, testosterone. I have been all over my brothers. And I mean that in a great way because this is y'all here to be heard.
Come on.
Right. And that's the other reason I said I gotta come lay hands on you, because as a leading man
Yeah.
in this community, we need to hear y'all voice. We want to know y'all got feelings. We want to know how y'all feel about these babies, these wives. Have y'all made up with somebody? I don't apologize for all the dirty things I've done to men, but I'm okay with that. And so I came to bring that female energy here. Thank you, Heaven.
That's the vibe of the morning. You just
Like, there's nothing left to say. All
The
right.
good news is the alcohol is now to go.
Right.
And a vehicle rolled over on 33 on Sunday. But listen,
Nobody was injured severely.
Facts.
So that was a minor setback.
yeah, there's been a attack on the community by the police
Yeah.
recently here in that Nagarpon area. There's been they're targeting certain areas. For about, I think it was on Wednesday. Helicopters out, And it's just, where there's heavy crime, they've been very heavily present, but it hasn't been like the person on the corner standing. It's been more so traffic.
Yeah.
And they got 12 charges pending for people. It was a lot. But as my sister Solar said, that right now the voice of the community has to be, to be heard. And to be that person is a blessing.
We need to pose a question of the day to them.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go.
Because we got a full table. So the question of the day, there's 2 questions, but they coincide with each other.
Should Will Smith have to return his Oscar?
Mm-hmm.
And does one mistake mean that you should get what you deserve?
That you shouldn't get.
That you shouldn't get what you deserve.
Are you serious?
So let's do the first one. Should Will Smith have to return his Oscar?
Heck no.
No.
That's
No.
what
That's what I said. No.
We have one person that said yes.
Yes.
Why?
What?
He earned the
That's a
Oscar.
fact.
Because this person believed that his behavior, not his accolade, like his physical Oscar needs to go back. His accolades did not need to be taken away from him.
Yeah.
But the actual trophy, Oscar, the physical piece needed to be given back.
I would personally have left it on their doorstep or even thinking about taking it back personally. That's just the petty in me. But why would I'm sorry. He earned that.
Yeah.
Right? That's like telling your child when they do good in school, I'm gonna give you an award for getting on the honor roll, but the first time they mess up, you want that piece of paper. No, he earned that. I just feel like you're charging him enough. You're already saying he can't do certain things. He can't come back.
Absolutely.
You gave him the punishment. Leave it alone.
I think what in fact, that's what I said. I think what he deserved, he should get.
Yeah.
Period. You put in the work.
Mhm.
You got this. Period.
Yeah.
Now your actions will limit you from future awards. In this case,
Because you ain't got no more.
yeah. That's my only beef with Will Smith. Really, is that your moment took away from so many other monumental moments that happened at the Oscars.
So many people.
But I have to be honest with everybody, and this is why I say it's. Go ahead. Yeah.
Because I would have did this. I would have did the same thing if that was my woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just being a man.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys.
Because I'm gonna say why I said that. It wasn't because he looked at it. It wasn't because he looked at her first and then he got the reaction. It's because I would have went off my reaction first because I knew already what my wife was going through.
Yeah.
Mental health is real. So you tell me what you meant by that.
All
right. So what I mean by I wouldn't have done that like that because our boy Dark Knight has already said it. Black people have been put in a negative light for the last how many years now?
Since the beginning.
Been killing us. Right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, so to do it on another platform where you have millions of people, young people looking up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Please,
you have people looking at you in a way where that shouldn't have happened. You get what I'm saying? There could have been another way to address that situation.
Yeah.
And the way to address that situation was because look at the way he addressed his wife at that situation.
Absolutely.
Because he addressed his wife coming at her, humiliating her at that time and making his wife feel bad. So he came at him.
But there's something that no one is thinking about. And I think this is the problem that I have with most tabloids in this entire story. That's not Chris Rock or Chris. What's his name? Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Chris Rock. That's his name. That's his name. Because I just be like Chris, whatever. Mm-hmm. You knew what your brother was going through. You knew where his mindset was, and you have a history of talking about his wife.
Now, I'm going to be this person.
Not the first time.
Because I think that number one, to do the way he did it was not a man's move. I think that because you haven't thought long term. Because now that you don't make your choice and decision, what I'm about to do is I'm about to sue you. I'm about to get in your pocket. I'm about to take for you long term because of your actions in the moment.
Right.
I clearly would have went backstage and had a discussion with no evidence to the people, but you know that I addressed you about it. Number one, and number two, when it comes down to being a comedian, I'm gonna say this. Jada is the perfect target because despite her challenges, Jada is a strong woman. Jada is a strong Black woman. So I wouldn't abuse somebody who I think is weak and feeble and come at them. I would choose someone who I believe who can handle the joke. So Jada is a perfect candidate for the joke. Number two, you can't assume that I knew about her hair condition. And Will Smith, and I'm gonna give it to you, gave a genuine Hollywood, laugh. There's a better way to execute it because Will Smith, a comedian, he done roasted people in the crowd.
I get what you're saying, and I don't take away from what you've said. I don't even take away from what you said, but let's talk COVID.
Yeah.
Let's talk post-COVID. Let's talk about every time y'all done saw a black man called Will Smith cry out that he got some issues going on, right? Let's take away the Oscars. Let's just do this for a second because I literally, and I'm gonna be honest, I had a brother come at me so hard the other day on a talk show that I walked off.
Yikes.
Yeah. So in saying this, I want you to remove everything that we saw, and I want you to look at Will as a man. This man has said, you know what? I sat at my wife's table and I am humiliated. I've been in a mental space, and everybody is ignoring the mental health that's what I saw.
Well, no, he checked himself into it.
Right, because that's, but why do we omit that part? And I get the consequences, but guess what? If he wasn't Will Smith and would have did the same thing, he was a black man on this street. Now I got a question for all black men. What would you have done knowing your friend is in a mental state? Chris could have, he didn't think that through. Y'all came into this business together. Y'all came into this industry together. Y'all done shows and movies and tours together. Somewhere along the line, as another man, you could have had a thing called loyalty, and you chose to have that joke.
But I take that same point of view.
But for me though,
that's not Fred.
But it ain't funny when I'm crying saying I'm hurt, dude. My wife and me is going through something. That's not funny.
Y'all dumb.
But for me though,
He didn't really laugh. Because if you look at that laugh and you compare it to him and what's that, Bad Boys? That's the same. Like, oh, okay, we got.
But he had that same laugh for the duration of the show for everything that happened after that show.
But see, here's my disconnect with it, and this is why I'm kind of with Kev on air with this. Yes, I'm in school for mental health, so mental health was the first thing on my mind when it came to Will Smith, and that's why I was like, I feel like he had a moment where he snapped.
Yeah.
And granted, with mental health, it's unpredictable when you're on that fence. The slapping issue for me is, yes, you were defending your wife. I hear you. But the point is, your wife is not covering you because your wife came out afterwards and said, I'm not a woman who needs to be defended. He shouldn't have had to slap me. Your wife, everything that you quote unquote did in the name of your wife just disbanded all of that by saying.
But that goes back to saying that mental health. And that's why I said it's the year of the man speaking out. He was the prime example of how many of our men walk around here hurt because of what women has or has not put them through, has or has not delivered. And
but the caucus community is not looking at mental health, is not looking at his body of work.
Listen, if we want to to get the rest of the conversation, you got to watch us on Facebook and on YouTube. You got to get there right now because the conversation is continuing, but it's going down right here on Fireside 106 Big Frank in the morning.
The caucus community is looking at black men hitting black men.
Yeah.
It's not mental health because amongst the caucus community, mental health is not important if you are not caucus. Because the only reason why, and I say this, because the only reason why mental health is so big now in the industry is because when Amy Winehouse and when Robin Williams killed himself. Well, after Robin Williams killed himself, it was an outcry for mental health. But when a black person killed himself, a black artist killed himself, he did not get the same notoriety.
So whose responsibility does that become to raise awareness that mental health is? And that's why I keep saying we keep going back to the slap, but he is the candidate poster boy of a black man having a mental health breakdown. To me, that's where I gotta stay.
But you gotta really look at too and then you look at this. You just look at this situation. She's the man of their relationship. So that breaks down his mental health in that situation.
But he could easily walk away. And the fact that they agreed on bad marriage for life at their red table,
that's horrible.
They agreed to it. So if he's
I think that even with his choice of therapy is in his safe spot. Because I think that the conversation of mental health, sometimes as men, we're going to go talk to our woman about, it's all right, not your fault, I'm not remembering the other way. Talk to your woman about what's going on. But she's not, and I can say it like this, that's not always the best route for him right now, because the red table talk to a person that's healed and delivered is a great place of transparency. But if I'm still hurting and broken, I'm dealing with this stuff, the red table talk isn't the place for me to come.
Because her red table was Snoop was healing. Snoop said what he had to say. She said what she had to say, and they came to resolve. But we saw, and I said,
but she ain't married to Snoop either,
right?
But like So when I actually watched the Red Table Talk with him, like Will Smith, I was conflicted because Will Smith did cheat on Jada before Jada cheated on him with
nobody
August.
acknowledged it.
Nobody acknowledged it because his side piece didn't say nothing. Like,
smart girl.
it happened, but August, now he about to write books or whatever. But I watched Will Smith die at the Red Table Talk. As a mental health provider, I'm like, this dude literally just died on national TV. And he became a meme. And that's why I did the question a couple weeks ago, is Black men's mental health really taken seriously? But at the end of the day, when you know the source of where your mental breakdown is, you can choose to leave or you can choose to stay. Because
that's hard.
If he stays with her and she keeps breaking him down, his only out is gonna be suicide. Because like
wait. Mental health, and I'm challenging you.
Okay.
Because women go through that all the time, and we stay. Domestic violence is another mental domestic violence, right? And they stay not because they want to, because mentally they don't know no
But he's
better.
if you watch the Red Table, he understands that he's in a bad marriage.
Does he really?
He said that. He was like, it's bad. He said bad marriage for life.
Does he really?
No, he said bad marriage for life. We're not getting a divorce. I will have to deal with every.
Why?
So because he doesn't want another divorce under his belt.
Now that's another side of mental health.
I'm gonna stick with this. That's an ego issue. For me, that's an ego issue because.
But then I gotta challenge it because then that's Jesus. Because the man is the lowest white black brother of the church, and the church has been foul, trifling. The church has been Jada.
Ooh,
that's a fact.
Why you always gotta be a preacher?
but think about it, the church has always been and the church has been toxic. It's been in and out. It's been up and down. So I understand why you're saying, but my conversation will be different. I'm not talking about that. No, we're gonna fix all this.
Do you think the difference is before you get to the place where you destroy God may just take you out of here. That's the difference. Ooh. Because yes, we've been raggedy to God, and God gives us a measure of grace and mercy. But at some point, God will also turn you over to yourself and let you be reprobate. With Will Smith, he has given Jada a level of grace and mercy. Turn that thing loose, because the last thing I want to see is people doing his works and continuing his works after he dies. Because every time a black celebrity goes through something and end up ending himself, Michael Jackson, case in point, Michael Jackson was not a perfect man, but his works and all of his body, everything, the people that said that he molested them came out and said that they lied for money. All of his success, more of his success, this is what wasn't a success out of his death. Yeah. And the last thing I want for Will Smith is that you committed yourself to a death sentence because you want to be loyal to a raggedy woman. And I never know what
She bought because of alopecia.
But she's still raggedy.
Hosea was told to go marry a hoe.
What happened?
The prophet Hosea, by the God, go marry this woman. She's a hoe.
Prophet Hosea was told to go marry.
Go marry somebody. She's a harlot. She a hoe, and she loose, and she ain't changing. But I want you to marry her anyway, so you can feel like what it is to deal with Israel, which is not a church. So God, Israel
is not a church.
Which is not a church.
I'm not messing with you today.
It's possible, and he might have those values because I'm not going. The vow that they took, granted, it's a lot.
Infidelity killed all that because you get a divorce.
No, it does not.
I'm gonna be honest and very transparent. This is the hard part. Infidelity is really not grounds unless it gets to the point where you two choose not to change.
Right.
And that's the other part. How many couples have went through infidelity and they still together? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so we can't say that's a gross change her whole line of music. She was like, oh, okay, we about to change the way. But I also look at this and say, what are we getting out of the relationships? You're married, right? Yeah. You want me to tell the truth on your show? I got 5 husbands and the one I'm with ain't mine because I'm straight divorced. And it ain't necessarily because of infidelity, but I refuse to have mental abuse. I refuse to have physical abuse. I refuse, and this is something I'm working on, right? As a person, I refuse any longer to look at men as if y'all don't have feelings. Because for the longest, I was so hurt that every dude I got with, every man I got with, I was like, y'all feeling, you treat me a certain way. You don't have that emotion. You don't. And I had to heal from that. I really did. And I feel like Jada that ain't her case. But I will say one thing I learned from them. I got to do something different. What about you?
No.
Oh, because we not operating like this. Period.
Man,
I think that his vocabulary has to change. I believe that, and I say this all the time. I said this earlier today. That transparency is not always a requirement for all cases.
Yeah.
Some things is between you and your house, for real, for real. And if I talk about anything that me and my wife go through, it will be from a position called victory, not because I'm still in it always.
Right.
So I'm not gonna tell you, oh yeah, I cheated last year and did this, and we still ain't. She don't know I cheated last year and did this. Like, what
She ain't cheat, y'all.
You
So
don't
for
know.
y'all who out there thinking,
Oh yeah,
sticky
feel free
fingers.
to analyze this if you want to.
If you get in my brother inbox, I'm coming for you.
Oh, great.
Right.
Oh, he out here, baby. My song.
Okay. What
30
you walk
seconds.
into?
We want a final thought, then we out of here for this segment of the day. Y'all.
Yes.
Straight.
Think about 2 on the way. Trying to catch you.
5716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. It's currently 8 minutes to the top of the hour. It is 41 degrees outside. High today of 63 is going down. Big Frank in the morning. My homegirl Jay Sheree in the building. Kev on air. Cousin Kev. So it's so loud. It's just it's a full day.
We had a whole pastor in
Full
here
pastor.
earlier.
Honey Bee was here earlier. My wife had came in.
Yeah.
It's really I'm low key very encouraging.
Word.
I ain't gonna hold you because me and Jesus was just talking about Lord God now. What's the word? What are we gonna do? Because I said this season for me, we might get to our final thought. This season for me is a whole new revamp of all the things that I've been to everybody. I've been the comedian, I've been the DJ, I've been, stand up, I've been the party starter, I've been all these things. This is who I am, and I thank God for it. But this life, work the vision and the ministry. So this season is a season of chief ruling elder, the pastor, the community man, the radio station. I mean, it's a different light for me. And yesterday was really like a day of transition for me. But it's also been challenging for me. Because I've been getting 3 to 4, 5 calls to DJ, and that money look real. And I'm just like, God, can I teach somebody else to DJ so they can get the money so I can get the. But what it is
You
for
can.
me.
Can I get a cut?
And you can low management. We can talk.
I got somebody who wants me to come and do karaoke at this little spot in Niagara Falls. And that's pretty penny. I got to find somebody who can work the equipment for the karaoke so we can execute the assignment.
Right.
But what I found out is that my transition has come for me, and it's time to walk into a new light. And it's challenging, but it's good, and it's worth it. So my final word, I'm gonna go last. I went first today. For you is to walk in it as if you already possess it now. Don't wait. You don't need approval. You don't need a note to say go ahead, go forward. Be what you already are now, and don't wait. Don't wait for anybody else to give you the, oh man, I need you to. You don't need to connect with nobody. Walk like it now. Move like it now. Talk like it now. And people will begin to invest and pour and sow, not based off your current condition, but what you project because your future is now. So,
yeah.
Jay Sheree, you got a word for the people?
May the Lord watch. I mean, at this point. But no, my final thought is really understand your timing.
Yeah.
Everything is not meant to execute right away. Sometimes the process is definitely necessary because it forms you and shapes you. Because if you go into something immature, you're not going to operate in the fullness that you're supposed to operate in. So in this season, understand the timing. Don't rush the process and understand that. But being in the process is okay as long as you keep moving in the process. Don't stop.
Kev on air?
In this season, don't jump just because it looked good.
Yeah. I'm about to roast my brother this morning.
I experienced some things over the weekend that opened my eyes to a lot of things, So just because it looked good don't mean jump at it. Take your time, think, reevaluate, and then move. Good.
I'm gonna roast you. I don't want to do it now or after they go.
Do your thing.
But my thing is I want you to understand that you are assigned to me. To the fact that you've been with me long term for a long time.
No, for sure.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. You cry.
Do your thing, bro.
But I want you to understand the fact that you are more a part of the now movement than ever before in ministry, in business, and that's the goal. I'm gonna tell you right now, because God already revealed me, I only got a few in my corner for real that will help me execute the vision like it's supposed to be.
No, sure.
And I know what distraction, what life is, or whatever, but you're my go-to. I'm gonna tell you how I see it. What I was to him, you're supposed to be to me. And that's how it's supposed to be moving in that light. So that calls for a greater demand, responsibility, dedication. And watching you operate Monday when I was gone showed me that you could. Tuesday, that you could. To Tuesday, that things do happen, Frank.
Right.
Even when you're trying to do your best, but he was trying, that you could. And that Sunday, even though you wasn't, that I know that you could.
Yeah.
In those areas, that you're really a part of this process. I keep seeing you, not in the wedding suit, but I see you with your braids done up in the suit, because we move like bosses.
Sure.
That's the light that I see you in, and that's the reveal that you ain't got to answer to nobody else, ask no more questions to nobody else. But bro, I'm telling you right now, if nobody else, that you legit assigned to me, like legit, where I go, you go. We on the road together. I seen it in vision. And I just want to drop that, put that pressure on your heart, and whatever it takes going forward. But cousin Ken, I mean it. But feel free to give your final thought. I just wanted to drop that this morning on the world.
I just like that you gave my cousin that final thought. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what he came here for. That's what he's looking for in life, and he ready to put everything to the side just for this.
Yeah.
Because he talk about it all the time with me, and I'm like, make sure you got everything in place before you take that final step.
Yeah.
If that's your money move, if that's what you're gonna do in life, make it happen.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? I want you to do it to 100%.
Sure.
So I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? That's what you told him, you know what I'm saying? He feeling good about himself right now, so just make it happen.
Right.
So
I'm my friend. I would have set off on this Monday.
Well, sounding like Bishop over there a little bit.
Listen.
You know, I remember when, and now I'm about to talk about you. This is a solar moment.
Yeah.
I talk about people like they're not here, even though it's not my show. Right, and I got a rubber band for you and all that. And you, obviously, you're going to need some rubber bands. You got an assignment.
Listen.
I remember being in the studio when we had our show together.
Yeah.
And I remember this being spoken into your life.
Facts.
I was there that day when he was like, "Oh, you gonna have your own.
Yeah.
You gonna have to figure this out." And the funny thing about me really just being here in season is mine was you gonna walk in your fullness as an evangelist, as an artist, and you gonna do what you gotta do, Solar, the community's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here today and the word is so on time.
Yeah.
And I want to just be very honest with each one of you. You have a spirit of protection over your whole family. It is so strong and dynamic.
Yeah.
Woo! Brother, I thank you if they never have, because you sacrificed and you never showed them what you gave up to be in their life. And that you're going to get blessed. If you just be ready. I don't know you, but that's what I hear and feel.
Keep talking.
Sis, for every morning, for every sleepless night, for every thought, for every time you just stood by that one, just open your arms, because they're not even wide enough to receive.
Mm.
And just as much as you hold up what is precious to him, you're honored. And you can look at him, you're honored to hold what's precious to him. You can play with your assignment if you want to.
I've been doing it too long.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm gonna tell you real quick what happens when you play with your assignment you never get to the next level.
No,
You literally stay stuck taking that test over and over again, and you got to get sick of it. I'm speaking from experience.
No, you talking.
But my brother Frank, I just thank you for letting me be a part of.
No, I'm honored. Good morning. It's going down. I'll let y'all. It's been good. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Do all over again right on Fire 716 Frank in the morning. Peace.
No, that's great.
I ain't gonna fool with y'all today.
Right. Like,
Now, how I get home from here? I was like, I gotta get some gas. Go see Frank.
Oh, the Seneca One Stop, right?
Oh, I did it already. I done that in between. I was like, send me the address. Got the gas.
Even though it's crazy because the Delta Sonic on Waldo was 3 cents cheaper than the Seneca One Stop. It was 406. I was like, yo.
I'm just
Gas
saying
in Jersey was $3.99.
You ain't bottling that?
Man.
I would have been having them red bottle joints.
You
Like,
could have been selling gas on the
gas,
side.
like, yo.
I got that $3.99.